Hello everyone, this is Okitoke420 coming back to you. Got me a joint of Blue Dream, and today we're going to talk about Oklahoma State Question 807. Now this is just a petition they filed in order to put it on the ballot to be put up for vote by the citizens of the state of Oklahoma. Now currently there's been some controversy going on between the medical marijuana industry that we've got in the state that was passed with that we have in the state now from State Question 788, which is our medical marijuana bill, and the people trying to file this petition. Now, what has been said by these people filing the petition for recreational marijuana, saying they don't want to impede on or stomp on the medical marijuana industry. What they don't realize is that Oklahoma is not ready for recreational marijuana yet. We still haven't even experimented with 788 yet. It's only our first year. But that's besides the point. We're going to talk about this law and the difference between that, because if you've been watching the news, there was a previous ballot. We're not talking about State Question 806, 807, which is what they just refiled. Now, the difference between 807 and 806 is one thing that's different is 806 you cannot grow any marijuana plants whatsoever. They've amended that in 807 to where you can basically have what medical marijuana users can have: 6 seedlings and 6 mature plants. Everything's so slow. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up. I actually got the bill downloaded on my computer, the full bill. Okay. This new measure adds articles of the Constitution which generally legislate, regulate, and tax marijuana for adults 21+ under the state law, but not alter the rights of medical marijuana licensees. So that's where they come in, where they had to amend that, because it was very unclear about the medical marijuana industry, about whether they're just going to completely abolish medical marijuana. Specifically, it protects the personal use of marijuana for those 21+ while establishing quantity limits, safety standards, and other restrictions, and maintaining prohibitions on impaired driving and distribution to or use by those under 21. It would not affect employers' ability to restrict marijuana use by the employees. Property owners generally may restrict marijuana use on their property, which is common sense. Oklahoma Marijuana Authority would license, regulate, and administer articles pursuant to specified requirements. It permits municipalities, upon popular vote, to limit or prohibit retail licensees. It imposes a 15% excise tax on sales. Another difference between Oklahoma and medical marijuana is Oklahoma medical marijuana only has a 7% tax rate, excise tax rate. This is a little over double. Definitions. Notwithstanding provisions of this article does not limit or affect laws that prohibit. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the part where limits are, as far as how much. Possessing, purchasing, or using, ingesting, inhaling, processing, transporting, delivering without consideration or distribution without consideration 1 ounce or less of marijuana, 8 grams or less of marijuana in concentration form, and 8 grams or less of marijuana in concentrated form from containing in with. See, so that's a fart loss. They're talking about 1 ounce or less, 8 grams or less of marijuana in concentrated form, or 8 grams less of marijuana concentrated as far as, infused products. So that is definitely a lot lower amount than recreational, because recreational you can have 3 ounces on your person, 72 ounces of edibles, like 32 ounces of distillates, like dabs and stuff like that. 6 mature plants, 6 seedlings, and up to a ½ pound in your residence. It's another thing that's the same whenever you're growing medical marijuana is a locked residence. It's got to be in a locked space away from children and stuff like that. It's basic common sense. You can get on there and you can look up the news stories all for this. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of differences going on between that. And I don't understand. I mean, I sit there and I've gone back and I said, we're not ready for recreational marijuana. Why do we need it anyway? We have one of the most liberal medical marijuana laws on the books. There's no qualifying condition to get it, so basically you can get it for any condition. Anxiety, just have to have two conditions and two qualifying conditions, and since there's no qualifying conditions, every condition is considered. So you're basically just paying for the licenses. We get so much more with this. On top of that, it hurts small mom and pop shops. Hold on, let me find which article guy got open, and I'll tell you, because this is a proponent, or not a proponent, but a supporter of medical marijuana, and one of the people that was in there. Billy Dunn, a medical marijuana advocate, says both petitions were rushed. Recreational marijuana could make it harder for patients to get medical cannabis and would kill small businesses. Let's talk about how it would make it harder for medical cannabis patients to get their marijuana. When you have a bunch of companies from out of state just monetizing like Walmart does, the legal cannabis industry, if it does open up, because I don't even know if this will even make it on the ballot to be voted on, you're going to have a lot of people flooding in, creating a lot of businesses really fast, and what it does is it slowly kills off all the smaller dispensaries, all the mom and pop shops, that started out with State Question 788. They've just got up and going. They're just trying to support their families. And on top of that, you cannot... People who actually need it for medical use, you can usually get medical specific strains at cannabis shops. I really don't understand the difference between, I understand medical cannabis is different. I know it's a lot stronger. But, I mean, you basically take out all the medical marijuana dispensaries, because there's a difference between a recreational dispensary and a medical dispensary. So that's what he means by it would kill a bunch of small businesses, and it would make it harder to obtain medical marijuana. And this is another thing I agree with. If we allow 806 in within a year, medical marijuana will be destroyed, and mom and pops will be put out of business, Dunn said. I believe that wholeheartedly. But what you got to understand is we need more than double the signatures than we did for 788. And the reason why is this is a constitutional petition. And the difference between 788 and 806 or 807 is 788 was not a constitutional constitutional law. And what that means is it would be amended to or added to our Constitution. 788 was a statute law. Now, both these will make them law under state of Oklahoma, enacted law. But the difference is with 806, since it is a constitutional petition, if it gets on the ballot for vote for the documents, what they have filed for the petition and the proposed law, it will be actually added to our Constitution, and it's a lot harder to change. And I think they need to lower the tax rate on recreational marijuana. I mean, it says in there that they're going to be using it for schools and drug rehab programs for opiate addicts and stuff like that. I am a huge supporter of that. I am a former methamphetamine addict. I've been clean for about 2 years now. But yeah. But you only need 178,000 signatures. I'm sorry for trailing off there. Well, if you guys can make any sense out of this rambling and understand, because I know there's some good stuff in there, please be sure to like, subscribe, tell me what I need to know. I got some more videos coming up. Be sure to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. This is Okitoke420 saying peace out.